What's up guys, welcome back. My name is Steven Tillman and thank you for coming and watching my channel today. There has been so much excitement. So I was gonna do this like unboxing, like, oh look, I got a new toy. But I think unboxing videos are stupid. So here's the box. Let's get into the stuff that I shot. So I couldn't wait. So I ordered two separate things. I ordered the R6, Canon R6, and I got the 24-105 f4. I didn't get the variable. It would have been significantly cheaper, but I did not want a variable lens. So I'm gonna address two things today. That's going to be, can you get a good depth of field with the f4 that comes with it? And it is an L series lens. You can see the little red ring. It is an L series with image stabilization on it, but it's f4. Can we get good portrait style photos from an f4 lens and save $500 to $1,000 to $1,500? Let's find out. Another thing, we're going to look at some low light tests I did, and in the images I'm going to show you, I only had one little light, and when I say one little light, I mean the TV. My kid was playing video games and I was like, okay, let's test this thing out, let's see what it can do. And I bumped the ISO super high on multiple ones. I got 2 shots to show the depth of field, and I got 3 shots showing very, very low light situations. So we're gonna talk about some things I like about it and some things that I don't. And I've been shooting, my family's probably very frustrated with me because I won't stop just clicking and clicking and clicking. But I wanted to get some shots so I can kind of do a tutorial because it's kind of a higher end, mid-range, semi-pro camera. I like the thing. I have not shot extensively on it yet, but it's the little brother, if you don't know already, which you probably do, is the little brother of the R5. Why they came out with two at the same time, not very smart to me, but whatever. So the megapixels is about half. It's a full frame, 21.4 megapixel. It says 20.1 effective megapixel. JPEG RAW, 14-bit. Sensor shift, this is a big thing, image stabilization at 5 axes. We're going to test that out in another video, but the ISO sensitivity is 100 to 102,400, which is ridiculous. So I shot that way up on the ISO just to see if I can get that and see what the photo looks like. So these are all the specs right here. This is the bundle that I got. And so actually what I did, I shout out to Adorama. I usually buy all my stuff through them, not a sponsor. I reached out to them and I said, hey, this is kind of what I want to spend. Can you work with me? They took off a bunch of sales tax. They gave me the L series f4, RF24 to 105, and they gave me a lens. This lens right here comes with the warranty, but it was used. They said it was like new, but they knocked a huge chunk off of the price to get me to where I wanted to be in my budget. So check out Adorama.com, they will work with you. I traded in all my Nikon D850 stuff and my lenses that I had. And the one thing I like about this, what I'm shooting on right here, the Canon 90D, does not have this. You have a button for the ISO on the 90D and you have to do it, then you have shutter. This has more of a pro feel where you have your dials right here, your dials right here, and then your spin wheel back here. Very user-friendly. I set up my autofocus to where if I'm doing an eye and I want to go up here, but I want to frame different, I push that right there, I set it up. It's very user-friendly how you can go in there and set it up. All Canon cameras are, to where I can lock my focus on their eye, but then reframe and then shoot. I also did to where when I'm doing video, I don't have to find the record button that is on top right here. I just push and hold down the shutter release and it does it like that. So little things I do here and there to kind of tweak it to how I like. The weight of it, it feels like pro level. A lot of it's the lens too, but it's got a good feel to it. Very nice grip. So let's dive into the photos. So this right here is a test on the depth of field. Just after I got done working out, I had a Gatorade bottle sitting up on my desk and I was like, you know what? I wonder how creamy. So let me show you exactly. So right here, okay, you can see it's a little bit of wide angle, but you can see the Gatorade bottle was sitting right here on the edge of my desk. And so from here to there, that's how creamy that background looked. That's really good for being at f4. Now, my ISO is at 800 already. That's the big downside for having a higher f-stop, is you don't have that extra wiggle room for your ISO, which you don't with all the grain and stuff. So that was one downside, but I mean, you can zoom into this thing and just, it looks good. It looks amazing. See the little detail in these little speckles and stuff? So this is at 400%, which no one zooms in 400% on a photo, but just saying, like even right here, no grain, looks good. So then I have a little Rode mic clamp. I don't want to clamp it on the glass, so I put a little wood block right there. Again, pretty much the exact same scenario. 125th of a second, f4, ISO 800. It looks nice, it looks clean. So then we got more of the really dark. Now there's been no adjustments done at all. So what he was doing, there's literally this is at nighttime, there's no light coming in the windows, there is no lights above on, he is just playing games on the TV in the living room. So he's playing Fortnite on the TV, and that is the only thing lighting him up. And so I have it at 8,000 ISO, 8,000, and a 60th of a second at f4. There's a little grain in there, but usually where you see it a lot is definitely in the shadows. You can see a little bit right here, a little bit right there, but I mean, that's not bad to me at all. Like I would be completely comfortable cropping it like this and posting that. And that's without any editing at all, so there's not any kind of the noise reduction. You can even push that a little bit. See how smooth it makes it? And you can go back in with your brush and sharpen it up a little bit. This is the same one. This I bumped it up even more. Like you can just barely bump up that one stop. I like the way that looks. I like how it's just like carving his body out from the background. Yes, there is some serious grain on this, but hold on. Let's see if Lightroom can help it out. So look at that kind of fade away. See the TV in his eyes? That's 25,600 ISO, and I was at 100th of a second, so I still could have came down. I was just on the back of the couch across the room from him and snapped it, so I was doing handheld, and this one was at 102,400 at 250th of a second. Look at all that grain. So let's try it over here again and see what it does. That's not terrible. I mean, yes, it's in the dark, but you can clearly see him. Lots of grain. Let's bump it up and see what it does. But I'm not on, and that's at 102,000 in a completely dark room at f4, 2/50th of a second, 102,000. That is ridiculous. When I took these, I was like, there's no way when I zoom in they're gonna look. And I mean, for what I'm shooting, I'm in a dark room. Now, one thing that it had an issue with is being this dark, finding the focus. So that was probably the biggest frustration with this, is that it was, I'm zoomed all the way in the 105 millimeter. It had a problem finding his eye. I'm not even sure on this. I think it did on this one. I mean, it was literally almost that dark in the room. To me, that looks pretty dang good. I mean, for being at 102,000, almost 103,000 ISO. That is ridiculous. Technology is getting crazy. So, if you are deciding that you want to use the R6 for weddings and stuff like that, and you're worried if it's gonna do bad or good in low light, because we know that they try to set a mood, they have ambiance and all this other stuff. But man, from just the light of a TV, I was able to find focus, and I was able to get a decent shot at 102,000 ISO. That is ridiculous. I don't understand. Like I'm blown away how good it looks, because this is my first time to see this. I did not think it would be that good, especially the over 100 ISO. 100,000 ISO, excuse me. I'm blown away. So should you spend the money to get this set up right here? That's up to you. Don't put yourself in debt to try to get the next best thing. If you don't have it or you can't trade across, save up, do smaller jobs to where you can. Because for me, I'm not a wedding photographer. I'm not a wedding videographer, but this for me will help me to not be so scared of it because I know I can trust it in low light. My D850, it had serious issues with being able to focus in low light. This is a new, to me, so you can decide for yourself. To me, this is going to be another moneymaker. So in 2 or 3 jobs, I'll have paid myself back for what I invested in this. You need to figure out what good combination works for you. And they also have mounts and stuff. I'm waiting right now for the RF to EF mount, and it's coming. They were on back order. So, you know, you can buy cheaper lenses. The RF series lenses are stupid expensive, but I mean, it is good glass. Like you can see, I just love the way that looks. It's like, it's huge. But I don't know, decide for yourself. There will be a link below. If you decide to purchase it, it will help the channel out at no extra cost to you. All my affiliate links below are the same way. As always, thank you for stopping by my channel. If you haven't yet, make sure you hit subscribe and the bell notification so you can see every time I put out new videos. And if you have a question about the R6, I will be putting out new videos about detailed individual pieces of it, how it works, what I like, what I don't like. So make sure if you have a comment, leave it below and I'll make a video specifically for you. Thanks, and I'll see you next time.